Not content with terrorizing its hapless residents, the Amityville Horror is now haunting the dreams of the already troubled Weinstein Company. The studio, which sacked founder Harvey Weinstein amid dozens of claims of sexual abuse and harassment, is being sued by the widow of Jay Anson, on whose true-life book the original 1979 film was based. Lesia Anson says that the Weinstein distributed 2017 follow-up Amityville.The Awakening ripped off her husband's work, and now she wants payback, according to TMZ on Wednesday. Meanwhile, the embattled company, which has had to sell off kids' film Paddington 2 to let it escape Weinstein's taint, is considering selling up to another studio, insiders said. Scroll down for video. Ripped off? The widow of Amityville Horror author Jay Anson, right, says his story, which inspired the 1979 film of the same name, Left, is being ripped off by a 2017 sequel. She says film studio The Weinstein Co. rehashed the story for Amityville.The Awakening, pictured, with star Bella Thorne, without asking her permission first. The original Amityville Horror book was published in 1977, and purported to tell the true story of a family who were terrorized by ghosts in their New York State home. The film, based on Anson's book, followed in 1979, and since then it has spawned 17 sequels of varying degrees of quality. But the 17th, The Awakening, which was released in 2017 of this year, was a bridge too far for his widow. The 70-year-old Florida woman says that The Awakening was a cinematic mess and received dreadful reviews, noting that it made just $742 in the US theatrically. More importantly, she says, it rehashed the contents of the original book and film without getting her permission first. Related articles previous. 1 Next. Roy Moore married his accuser's high school classmate. Former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown talks about Weinstein. Share this article. Share script dm.later, bundle, function, if, dm.rotator, new dm.rotator, p25, pages eyes, 1, page count, 1.0, active class, active, rotate, false, $, number p25.share, .on, click, function, dms.facebook.post related. That's not a claim that could be leveled at many of the recent Amityville sequels. They include The Amityville Legacy, about a cursed toy monkey, The Amityville Playhouse, about a haunted cinema, and The Amityville Asylum, set in, as one might expect, a mental asylum. But Awakening, which stars Bella Thorne and Jennifer Jason Leigh, returns to 112 Ocean Avenue, which, as in the original film, was the site of a grisly mass slaying and is now cohabited by the restless dead. 4 Amityville films were released in 2016 alone, but Awakening is the first to be produced by Dimension Films, which is owned by the Weinstein Company. It's not clear what Anson wants in damages for the film, which managed to scrape together $7,554,938 internationally, according to Box Office Mojo. But given the conveyor belt development of previous entries in the series, she may be trying to reassert control, and financial claim, over any future films. Troubled, the Weinstein Company was started by Bob, Left, and Harvey Weinstein. The latter was fired in October amid multiple sexual assault and harassment allegations. It Won't Die, both the original, Left, and Awakening, Right, are based around a real-life New York house being haunted. Unlike Awakening, other recent sequels were set outside the house. Amityville.The Awakening was a critical and commercial bomb, scoring 18% on Rotten Tomatoes and making just $742 in US cinemas. It made $7,554,938 internationally. The Weinstein Company has been struggling with its image since Harvey Weinstein was accused by more than 80 women of rape, sexual assault, and sexual harassment, and may be preparing to sell up, insiders said. Weinstein has denied all claims of non-consensual sex. The company fired him on October 8, 3 days after the earliest reports of his alleged transgressions, and after supposedly toying with the idea of rebranding, is reportedly now thinking about letting itself be bought out. On Wednesday it sold the rights to children's film Paddington 2, which is currently screening in the UK and is scheduled for a January 12 US release. Along with French company Studio Canal, it sold the film for $30 million to Warner Brothers, the LA Times reported. Insiders said that most of the money will go to Studio Canal. The sale, which also frees the story of a lovable talking London-based bear from being tainted by Weinstein's reputation, will give the company time to explore a sale. The sources went unnamed as they do not have permission to discuss the possible deal. It's unclear who might want to buy the company. Can't Bear It, the Weinstein Co. sold kids' film Paddington 2, pictured, to Warner Brothers on Wednesday for $30 million. Insiders say the money is giving the tarnished company time to consider letting itself be bought out by another studio.